Hi everybody, welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Chad Booth.
And I'm Rhea Rossi Booth.
And we are down here in Mesquite. We're going to go ride the terrain with some locals, and one of them happens to be the local dealer. We haven't got time to waste. There's a lot of trail, come on.
This is one of the most fantastic areas you can find anywhere in the United States. There's all kinds of riding here. The club puts out 2 to 4 rides a month. Some of them are nice, slow, easy rides, looking at scenery and stuff. And then there's intermediate rides. And then once a month, at least for you adrenaline junkies, we will take you somewhere that will give you a thrill. We donated over $6,500 to the food bank this year, $3,500 to Shop with a Cop, $1,000 to Search and Rescue, and we're getting ready to donate this Saturday $1,000 to the Vietnam Veterans chapter of the local VFW down here. Our website is Kokopelli ATV Club of Mesquite. You can find us on the web, or you can find us on Facebook. And if you're just coming down here and don't know where to go, give us a call, because all of us like to hide from our wives, and we'll take you for a ride anytime. We would like to give a big shout out to Josh Wilson, Polaris Can-Am Honda World. Trail Coalitions has been great to help keep these trails open. They've done a heck of a job on it.
Trail Passion Coalition is a 501c3. Trail Passion, I got a lot of that. And the coalition is a bunch of people working together, for the same cause. So it's a newly formed organization, and I actually developed it to just be what this place lacks, and that's a resource for like GPS, trail suggestions, public cleanup, do some service. I think if people join together, get out on the trails and have a good time, then we can also work together on the legal issues and make sure we make informed decisions. So simple, trailpassion.org, and just gives you a little details on the appeal that we're doing, the opportunity to join our newsletter. Figured we'd use this coalition to band together, have a voice of protecting this land and keeping it open and safe and organized off-road community that we just love.
This riding out here is so cool, because here we are on this really cool dirt trail, but it's not too dusty, thankfully. And you have all this snow on top of the mountains that we're looking at, which is gorgeous. And it's like in the 60s.
That's right. Now in Salt Lake today, it's 34 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay, in our home base.
Yep.
Even as late as last week, there was snow on coral pink sand dunes. Down here, nothing. So that tells me that this is truly the year-round Mecca, with hundreds, if not thousands of miles of legal trails that the BLM has open down here.
Yeah, it's a great place to ride, and any time of year. It's wonderful.
Yep, and we're going to cover more of those trails in just a minute. Right now it's time for you to go to this week's story, number 1. Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are out on the trail in Mesquite with Josh Wilson, the members of the Kokopelli ATV Club and Trail Passion Coalition. And Josh was telling me a little bit about Trail Passion, and seeing as how we can talk to each other between machines, why don't you continue to fill me in on it, Josh?
On Trail Passion Coalition, TPC for short. I have been working on Trail Passion Coalition to help GPS map and do cleanups around the area. It comes down to power and numbers, and we're just trying to build a coalition, that unites everybody, so maybe we can do something good and keep our backyard a great OHV destination, for everybody to enjoy.
So tell me just very briefly a little bit about the area down here to ride. Most people who drive through on the freeway will think it's just flat, sandy, dusty trails out in the middle of the desert.
I don't know, we got so many trails that you'd have to live here to visit them all in your lifetime. We're the closest entrance to the Grand Canyon, getting out into the Parashant. We got Three Corners Monument, a lot of great destination out away from people, get a good, get a good experience. And there are so many trails here that it's just a blessing to have.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question. What do you think of these Cardo headsets?
The clarity's great. My motor is a 4-cylinder with an exhaust, and I can hear you fine.
You know, it's kind of interesting. Cardo sent us these to demo, and we've just fallen in love with them because not only can you communicate one to another, you can also use it with your phone, you can also use it with your iPod. So imagine this, you got 12 people who are able to talk back and forth to each other, and then when they're not talking, they're each listening to their own choice of music.
Humans and their technology are in the future. The future is here.
You know, these are also great too for like in-cab communication because we're always screaming at each other when we're trying to talk.
That's true. And having headphones on both ears cuts down on the ambient noise that you pick up.
Yeah, and you know what? I think the only problem with these are we don't have enough of them. We need like 3 more sets because they're so cool. Everybody wants one, you know?
They help each other extend range. So if I'm saying something on mine and you're in another machine and there's somebody behind him, you pick it up on your device and then your device sends the message on to him. It's great.
Yeah, right on, honey. Honey, keep an eye on the road. You're making me nervous. All right, hang on. Don't go away. There's more at your leisure coming up. Woo!
Welcome back to At Your Leisure, riding around in Mesquite, and near Mesquite,
Right.
with some of the local luminaries from the riding clubs and our friends from Polaris Can-Am Honda World.
Yeah, what a great group of folks, and this is just a fun place to ride. But you better be careful when you're crossing roads because there's traffic. But the trails are fantastic.
So what we have, we've got it very good. We're very lucky because we work with a lot of dealers and we get to go out and sample lots of different machines. Like this is the first time I've ever driven one of these razors with the the fancy suspension on it, and I can feel it.
Oh, this has been a wonderful ride.
And the next guy comes along. The next time we'll be out in one of the new Yamahas or a Kawasaki, and so we get a chance to really compare a lot of machines.
Yeah.
But most of you don't have that opportunity, and the guys down here at Polaris Can-Am Honda World with 3 big lines, they said we can do something about it.
We are surrounded by 2 national monuments right in our backyard with thousands of trails, hundreds of miles of endless desert riding, mountain riding, and it's all right here from our dealership. You don't need a trailer anywhere. We've got a really cool test track right here on site. We have invested a large portion of land to an actual test track.
That test track is one of a kind. Nobody else has a test track. You literally could take each machine in this dealership if you wanted to and go test drive it. And that's what gives you the real feel of what it's going to be like in the mountains.
It's got multiple different terrains. It's really hard to kind of read about the differences in the machine, but it's really easy to feel them. So we like to kind of dial in our customers out on the test track, test driving a few different, not just manufacturers, but a few different trims as well. And we've noticed that it really helps dial in which model is going to be the best fit for you and your family as part of our family. For me personally, it's just unplugging the family, getting them out into God's country, exploring the trails, and just being able to have the quality time that I think a lot of families struggle with in the big cities. And that's one thing as a small town dealership that really sets us apart from your big corporate dealerships, maybe back there in busy Salt Lake City. We do a lot of promotions as well. We understand that a lot of our customers are traveling out here to see us due to the fact that this is a destination. We do work a lot with our local casinos as well to help try to break up the drive for our customers. We have what's called a stay and play, where you can we'll put you up at one of our local casinos why you spend the day driving around, testing out the different machines on our test track. And a lot of times that turns into what's called our buy and ride, where we have absolutely no problem extending that stay an extra day for you, dialing you in with a lot of personal maps and kind of sending you out on your first ride to some of our best rides.
Yeah, this test track is so very cool. There's not a lot of places that offer this kind of stuff, so you know it's the only way to figure out if you want your machine or not before you buy it, which is totally cool. But you know, there's nothing better than the trail. So Chad and I are going to get back on the trail. He's pretty much rendered speechless right now because he's petrified. That's why he's not talking. But we're going to go hit the trail, and you are going to go watch this next story. Welcome back to At Your Leisure, everybody. We're just doing a little side-by-side action up here in Mesquite, Nevada.
Actually, we're doing a little side-by-side walking at this particular instance.
Yeah, little side-by-side stuff going on here. It's so fun up here.
It is. You know, one of the amazing things about riding in Mesquite is that, one, it literally is a year-round destination. People say, oh, it's too hot in the summer. Well, you split your day in half. You ride before sunrise, and then you have breakfast, hang out at the pool all day, and then you have a ride after the sun goes down.
Well, yeah, but you can't ride before sunrise because it's
Yeah,
dark.
you turn on the lights. They do it here all the time.
See, I would never think to do that.
See, that's why you got to watch At Your Leisure. Rita.
Oh my gosh! You know what? I'm going to do that with you because we've never done that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure Kokopelli will invite us down again. But the other thing is you are so close. I mean, at any given time today, we've been riding all over, and we've been no more than 15 miles away from Mesquite. And within a 26-mile radius, you can be in snow-capped mountains, or you can be down at the Virgin River. So there's a lot of options.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I mean, this trail is really fun. It's really diverse, and I think and it's short. You know, it doesn't take you all day to do it, which is fun too.
Yeah, you can pick as short a long ride as you want. You can literally ride right out of town.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got some great things coming up for you on next week's show. We've had a great time today out riding with the Kokopelli Club and with Trail Passion Coalition over at Polaris Can-Am Honda World. And if you're interested in joining the coalition, finding out what kind of projects they do, check it out, contact them. If you want to join Kokopelli, I'm sure they wouldn't turn down new members. So look at the link on our website and you can go there to sign up to join their club.
Yeah, they got this little puppy in the club too. Look how cute she is. And you know, your store really is beautiful. I haven't been in your store for a few years, but it is just so upscale and gorgeous. And you walk in there and those guys know what they're doing, and it's all about family, and I just love you guys. It's been so much fun. So just remember, there's adventure around every bend.
Just got to get out there, create your own adventure at your leisure.
Woof!